Hey everybody, so welcome to the channel. So yesterday we were all waiting on Big Bear's announcement on their earnings report, Big Bear AI, if you're a stockholder like me in Big Bear. And so we were expecting a little bit better results than what they were, projected it to be. But it was just like, it wasn't a miss, it was just a disaster. Instead of like a golden egg, you got a golden turd, just a Big Bear turd instead of a golden egg, but it was a loss of 71 cents instead of 6 cents a share loss. Just everything across the board. The revenue they miss. They were expecting 41 million, and they came in with 32 million. It's a decrease by 18%. And then there's some projections down the road that they lowered that to like 120 million to 140 compared to, I think there's a $50 million difference there. They're going for their outlook. They revised the outlook and guidance. So and it's like 125 million to 140 million, and compared to 160 million to 180 million. So yeah, I was like everybody else. I'm watching the ticker yesterday and just seeing it crash down to almost 480, something like that, five. And I didn't even see the news really. It was just so new. You know how fast everything reacts today. How quick, if somebody sees that news, it automatically just the whole market reacts. But yeah, I was concerned, but I don't have a lot of shares in Bear AI, and I kind of going back on like it could be this and could be that. It's so early to tell. You can't just formulate those opinions like in a few months, or how long it's been in business, or how long it's been trading, or how long you've been following it. But it is today. It did, in the beginning, it's stuff like this bad news happens, and it's just crashed. So it is making a comeback throughout the day. So it was down to $4.73 in the morning, but now it's creeping back up to 5.97, almost $6. So it is coming back, but I'm a long-term investor. I don't really trade as much, so I was kind of not really looking at the price action as much per se. I'm more looking at the revenue and everything like that, how good they're doing, and just kind of sets me back a little bit how badly they missed. And I know it can bounce back technically, but I'm just gonna have to uh, look around and try to rethink my position in Big Bear AI. I know maybe you are as well, but I think like thinking going forward, I think maybe it's better like just for me per se, just my opinion here, just to put them in the sure things, winners that are already in the space. Palantir, I don't know, instead of this Big Bear AI that has like it is kind of a lotto ticket. People think it's in the early stages, like how Palantir is, but I really can't say right now. It's so early, and then Palantir was it seems it was doing a lot better. And if you have it's a speculative play right now. So if you have that cash on the side you want to throw at something like that, it's just gonna maybe have a chance. But then again, it could go the opposite way. It could go down to maybe it recoups to 7 or 8, or it could go down to $2 a share. So who knows? But there's too much. It's just there's such a young company, and such they don't have the same amount of contracts like Palantir has. And you never know, Palantir might even just buy them out, or take over all their business. They could easily do that. So it's not the price action that worries me. It's the report itself, how bad they did, and like 6 cents a loss, but they did 71 cents a share loss. It's a major. I don't know how many you're better at math than me, but that's just way. It's yeah, I'm horrible at math. That's like 11 times difference, 11 times worse than what they're expected. So it's like, how could you're projected to go like 6 cents and to be that much of a miss? It just even something Palantir I don't think would do in the early stages as well. I don't think they had that kind of a miss, but that's why I got to take a step back and maybe shift those. If I have future funds, shift them into Palantir. Just I'd rather do that and then worrying about Big Bear. But I'm gonna still have my Big Bear positions out there. This is just my opinion, my thoughts here. Whatever you guys do, you do you. But yeah, this is not advice here. It's just my opinion on the topic here. But it could come back to 7. It could be even the next couple of days, and you have to reevaluate it then. I mean, if you have that extra spare money and just want to let it sit there, I do think like Big Bear is is better than some other companies that are out there in the AI space. And if you look at those other companies, um, even in the quantum space, like say Hype Plays, they're they have more numbers than those other companies like Rigotti and all the cloud space. I mean the quantum space, even the cloud space too. But AI and you would think they would do better than this with how great AI is doing right now and how in the beginning stages that it's in so much. So I was just expecting better numbers. You guys are probably too. So let's see what happens and going forward, how we're going to react to it. But I only put like a percentage in my. This is a speculative play, so that's what I'm going to leave it at, and just kind of focus on NVIDIA, Palantir, Tesla's, like the real winners of the world in the space. I want the best of the best, and that's kind of what my portfolio's been doing with having the best of the best, and it's been riding up like that. But I want to invest like 10 years out, 5, 10 years out, and just hold like the same thing if you would have done from like 2015 to 2025 to with Tesla, you'd have been sitting pretty. So I want to same respect take to Palantir and NVIDIA, kind of that, and I might start adding more into Tesla. But this BigBear.AI, it's such a spec play. You got to treat it like that and just leave it like that. So right now, it is coming back throughout the day. It's a major big green candle compared to, it's not a red day coming back, it's green. And it could bounce back and fill that gap. So it did bounce off a lot of it has a ton of support at $5 and like there, but they've never had really, they had that big run up one and it dropped a lot back in February. And then they had earnings, kind of the same setup, but it was already dropping at that time, and then it dropped, and then it kind of did nothing for like 5 months. But right now it's got that major big green candle, so it could fill the gap. But I'm more just worried about the long-term earnings. Like, are they gonna next earnings? Are they gonna make a major miss next time and just blame it on something else? Government contracts or any other thing, but they could easily just have another bad quarter, but then again they can have another great quarter. So that's why it's such speculation. Not, and then also the same way Palantir is way ahead of them, so they could easily just buy them out if they wanted to or take over their business, their line of work that they're doing in AI. But it is what it is. It's just a crazy day. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe. Hope everybody's doing great out there, getting at it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Not a stock advisor or financial advisor or anything like that. Just my opinion on these on Big Bear. Hopefully it keeps going back up to 7 or 8 around there, and we're all even, or even we're making a little money off this bounce this morning. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.